Hello guys.
Hi everyone.
Welcome to another video.
This video is actually very exciting for us because...
Let me say it.
You want to say it?
I want to say it. We got to 100K subscribers.
Woo! So we just wanted to thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts for letting us reach this goal so quickly. We'd never imagined we would get this far this fast.
Thank you guys
yeah,
so much.
Within a year we reached our goal and it's amazing. It really is.
So motivated to do more.
To thank you guys for allowing us to reach this goal, we wanted to give you guys our first giveaway. This giveaway is actually in collaboration with Daniel Wellington. You guys have seen Daniel Wellington in 2 of our videos in the past, and you guys know we love their watches. We wear them all the time. Daniel Wellington was kind enough to give us 2 watches, a woman's watch and a men's watch, to give away to you guys, so there will be 2 winners. So we're gonna show you guys the prizes. I think I have the men's watch. Yes, I have the men's watch with me. I'm gonna show you guys. I'll show you guys a close-up as well on the screen. This is what it looks like.
I know,
this is the one that Dawoud has been wanting for a very long time.
Too. This is actually very nice too.
Beautiful, beautiful watch. So the rules to enter this giveaway is fairly simple. There are, I think, 5 rules. So the first rule to enter is to be a subscriber. The second rule is to like the video. The third rule is to let us know if you're interested in the men's or women's watch. The 4th rule is to put your location in the comment as well,
like
meaning what country you're from. We just want to know what country are you from, Canada, US, etc.
And if you win, we'll ask you your address. And
don't put your address in the comment, just your country, just so that we know where we're shipping the package to. And the last and final thing, just comment anything related to this video. Whether you like the topic, dislike it, do you agree, disagree, can you relate to it, can you not relate to it? Just let us know. We just want to start a conversation in the comments.
5 simple steps that is manageable, and you could potentially win one of these watches. I'm so glad this is a giveaway. This is really nice.
Beautiful watches, and we're so happy to give away something that we actually love.
I love Daniel Wellington.
Daniel Wellington, we love you.
We love you. Thank you.
So we hope you guys are excited about this giveaway as much as we are. We are so happy to be able to do this for you guys. Thank you again.
Thank you for 100K.
Thank you.
We'll remind you guys.
Virtual hugs.
We'll remind you guys in the middle of the video and at the end of the video to make sure you do those things.
Also, you can enter as many times as you want, as long as every entry is different. As you guys can see by the title of this video is actually been highly requested. Everyone always asks me how I knew Dawoud was the one, and I got into it a little bit in my personal Q&A that I posted recently, and you guys kind of got a glimpse of my opinion on it, but I also wanted you guys to get Dawoud's perspective.
Yes, a lot of people asked me what my perspective was, and I decided that I should do a video about it.
So we're doing this in a more conversation style type of video, so that the conversation is kind of going back and forth. You guys can get a glimpse of how we're interacting. I can help it flow a little better so that I can help out Dawoud because he gets kind of camera shy, and I think it's a little more interesting when it's more of a conversation style. Yeah? Alright, so let's get started. I think the first thing that people would want to know is what happened in your life before you decided to look for the one.
Once I got to the age of 25, I decided to get serious with someone. I really want someone in my life, and you know what? I gotta take advantage of my glowing looks and before I lose all my hair and all that kind of stuff. Well, I'm speaking from personal experience. The first step for meeting the one, I had to go through a lot of people that weren't the one.
Okay, so what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like,
meaning as like I met a couple girls before you. I met a couple girls before you that made me realize what I wanted, what I'm looking for a girl, how to connect with somebody, what I don't want, like.
So basically experience.
Yeah, so I gained a lot of experience from meeting those people, and
mind you guys, I didn't like. That's not everyone's story, right? Like I didn't really get to know anyone before I met Dawoud. He was my first. So.
I'm not saying you gotta date around or go into deep relationships with other people. Some people get on the first try, some people get after the 10th try, some people give up and they come out of nowhere. This is my story, this is what I had to do, this is what I needed to do to find the one.
No judging zone here.
Yes, please don't judge.
Okay, so you're saying basically you had to go through multiple relationships in order to find what you liked and didn't like about a person.
Exactly what I did.
That way it made it easier for you to spot the right person for you.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so my story is like, after I went through those relationships, I gave up completely. I didn't want to see anybody anymore.
Why did you give up? Is it because they didn't work out?
They didn't work out, and like I just want to focus on myself, and I don't know why. I just was like, you know what, maybe it's time for me to find somebody. It wasn't it was the wrong thing to think about. I believe now, because I met somebody, I believe it just happens naturally. If it's meant for you to happen, it's gonna happen no matter what you do.
So it just wasn't your time.
It just wasn't my time. So I gave up. I'm like, you know what? It's not the right time for me. They say in Arabic, "Mafi nasib." There wasn't any nasib.
Okay.
So.
You kind of took it out of your mind.
Yeah, I took it out of my mind.
You did your own thing. You worked.
Yeah, I worked. I focused on other
money,
things. Yeah, saving money and all that kind of goodies. So one day I was working at the restaurant. I was about to leave, and my sister comes in with a group of friends, and then Jasmine walks in. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm staying. She stood up for some reason. She walks in wearing these striped pants, goofy pants.
Goofy pants.
Yeah, I called you at the time Miss Stripes.
Yeah.
And at the time she was wearing those pants, I pretty much wanted to stay because I'm like, whoa, what the heck? This girl's pretty. My sister's friend, and who the heck is this? I had this attraction to her like instantly when I saw her. Mind you, this is not love at first sight. This is just a feeling I got.
That's very important to know, actually, because I think a lot of people mistaken like.
No, that doesn't.
Yeah, a lot of people think that, oh, I should have this like immense like feeling towards a person when I first meet them.
No.
It's not necessarily like that.
No. Me, it was like you had a attraction to somebody.
Yeah, just a attraction.
And yeah, I had this attraction that I never felt that way for somebody, especially at glimpse, right? So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll stick around. But like, mind you, when she was there, I did not like talk to her or chit chat.
I didn't even notice he was looking at me at all.
Yeah, no, and I just only thing I noticed, how I knew I could like potentially like talk to her, is anything I said towards the table was, I would joke about something and everyone would laugh, but like I noticed her with her giggle was a little bit longer than everybody else's. Do you remember that or no?
I was definitely paying attention to what you were saying, and I was obviously responding, but I guess that's like a subconscious thing that I did.
Yeah,
maybe.
And I felt that from her, so I'm like, okay, interesting. So as she was leaving to pay or whatever, I got like a little bit nervous, but I didn't talk to her. I like had my head down.
That was probably the only time we actually interacted one on one.
Yeah, one on one.
At the cash.
Yeah, and I messed up her order. My sister was like, "Oh, you messed up her order." I'm like, oh.
She said it in front of me.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, okay. And then she tipped me like $3 or whatever it was.
My bill was like $15.
Your bill was like $30. You paid for your sister too, I remember.
Really? $30?
$30 and you left me like...
Damn, you guys are expensive.
$2
I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. Anyways, so I ended up talking to my sister Summer the next day, asking her who was the girl in the striped pants. I'm like, I'd never seen her in her life. I didn't know he had friends like that. I'm like, how do I talk to her? He's like, here, I'll give you her name on Instagram. I'm like, all right. Jasmine Ferris, search her up. I look, click her, look. I'm like, 70,000 followers on Instagram. No way this girl was gonna contact me or see my messages. Probably so many dudes that message say, hi, Jasmine, you would like to marry? Or like, you probably get, let's make friendship or something. I don't want to be one of those guys. I thought up to myself, I'm like, you know what? You only live once. I have my sister that has my back. She knows my sister. I'm not like some random person. And I saw her face to face. It's not like I saw her on Instagram and messaged her. So let me use the benefit of the doubt and let me take advantage of what I have. And I'm going to message her. Hopefully she sees it. Hopefully I get a reply.
So basically what you're saying is that the first 2 steps for you knowing that person was the one is that you have to go through multiple people to realize what you wanted in the one.
Yeah.
You also had to feel some sort of attraction right away.
Oh yeah, I felt attraction. It wasn't like, oh, okay, let's
Mind you, he probably didn't know I was the one at the time. These steps were happening. He only knows now because he's recalling it.
Yes, exactly. I did not think of it as anything else. No, this is her. This is it.
I'm gonna find the one. No, I obviously didn't know that.
And don't forget, like, I completely gave up. I'm like, if it happens, it happens. And like, there you go.
So you were going with the flow.
I was going with the flow. 5 months later down the line, not even thinking about it, something pops up. I'm like, okay, why not?
Right. Sometimes, yeah, I feel like life works that way. Sometimes when you leave things to God,
yeah,
it comes back
as
at
I
you
said,
in a beautiful form.
Comes back to you in the sleep. Like if you, no matter what you do, no matter what's gonna happen to you, whatever is written down for you is going to happen. That's what I believe.
It's not worth getting upset over.
Yes.
Whatever's
Like in the past, I had like one girl I was talking to in the past. Like I legit like was upset that it ended, and ended in that way, and like after all that effort and all that kind of stuff. At the time, I didn't think of it as anything. I didn't think like, oh, whatever it's meant. This was a learning experience for me. So I was meant to be in that relationship in order for me to understand this is what isn't written for me. That's what I learned from that past. Yeah. See, you learn from experience, guys. Like when I was texting Jasmine, it wasn't like texting like, hi, how are you? Oh, what's up? Good morning. It was more like we got into deep conversation very easily, talking about religion, what do we want to do, what are our goals, and like we related to everything.
Like so, hours of talking, even on the phone.
And like the best part about it is like, I don't know if you guys realize when you text people, some people like play hard to get, they don't respond for 30 minutes, or they act like, you know, they're so busy sometimes. No. Sometimes you are busy, but like there wasn't any of that happening. It wasn't like...
It was very natural.
It was very natural, and it was very easy to talk to her. Moving forward, I'm like, you know what? Let's meet up in person.
I remember you asked me, like, he asked me the cutest thing ever. He's like, I wanna meet you in person, but should I do it like the Arab traditional way of like knocking on your door and meeting your dad? Or should I like do it the Western way and just like meeting up casually in person and kind of going about it like that? And obviously, like, if someone's knocking on my door, it better be like someone like serious, you know? And at that time, obviously our relationship wasn't serious at the time. It was getting to that point. I think we were still getting to know each other.
There were steps, guys.
Yeah, so I didn't know him enough to bring him home. Yeah. So I kind of wanted to meet him outside. So I said, let's do it the Western way, but obviously still with like Islamic values and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and like just by texting, you're obviously not gonna know she's the one. I'm not gonna say she was the one. I did have feelings. I was very, very highly interested. And you have to see the person. You have to see the person in person. If that whatever's happening over text is happening in person, then it makes everything more clear. Right. So when I met up with her, we went up somewhere so casual too. Like, who meets up for the first day in the mall?
Yeah, we met up at the mall, guys.
Yeah, at the mall.
My favorite place on the planet.
And like the moment we met up at the mall, instantly we clicked. Like she came up there beside me. It's like I knew her. It's like I knew her for a long time. I don't know if it's because we were texting for a while, but it felt like I've known her all my life. Yeah. It was very easy, and we both had so much fun. Like, I even like went out of my way and did something silly and tried on stupid clothes she made me try.
Yeah, I picked up some ridiculous clothes for him to try on as a joke, and he actually did it. I have clips of it too. I might include in here so you guys can see.
Yeah, I was very comfortable, and that was like something I've never felt before. Even in my past, like I've never felt that way. So after that, when we continued texting, but we didn't see each other for a while. But like our conversation started getting more, like, not intimate, more like serious. We talked to each other on the phone for hours. She went away for a bit.
More advanced.
Yeah, and we started talking about things that got us closer and closer. That made us realize like, oh, where were you all my life? Like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. But like, it wasn't like I knew she was the one. It was more like, oh my God, I'm super attracted. She's potentially could be the one. It didn't happen within a month. Mm-hmm. But I had this feeling.
That you should pursue it.
That I should pursue it. But like, these feelings I was having definitely meant that she was the one. I don't know if that explains anything. At the time I didn't know. At the time I didn't know.
Yeah.
Now, because you obviously have doubts. You always have doubts.
Right. Especially having relationships before that didn't work out.
Yeah, and don't forget, guys, like, you're obviously taking a risk too. Like,
I think it's considered a risk, but it's also considered like a leap of faith.
Yeah.
So you gotta risk it, knowing that God has the plan set out for you. So you can't just be hiding in a bubble your whole life and expecting the person to drop from the sky.
No, that doesn't happen.
And land in your lap. Like, it doesn't work that
happen.
well. So.
Yeah, it doesn't happen at all. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is like, you might have to meet a few people for me, the one.
And you might not.
And you might not.
You don't know.
Like her, she didn't. Me, I did.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people are gonna wonder how we went from seeing each other like a few times here and there to taking it serious, as in like seeing our parents. Like, can you explain to them what was that step?
Pretty much, I took Jasmine. I really wanted to take Jasmine on a day. I really wanted to express my feelings. So I'd like plan something a little bit romantic. I ended up taking her to Toronto Island. I sat her at the beach, and I really want to make sure me and her are on the right page. So I took a leap of faith and I expressed my feelings. But like deep inside, I knew she felt the same way. But like it's healthy to know that the other person feels the same way.
That's very important.
Yeah. So as I said, I took a leap of faith. I'm like, hey Jasmine, I really like you. And I told her exactly how I felt.
He said it in a very nice way, actually. Like, he said it in a very, like, calm, like, it didn't make me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I told her, like,
it didn't put me on the spot either.
Yeah, so, like, I made it in a way where I told her how I felt, and she ended up opening herself up and saying, I feel the same way, and I ended up mentioning, but, like, I don't think we should keep continuing our relationship to be like this. For me, meeting the parents is very important to me, and I told her the truth. I told her, like, to me, meeting the parents is important to me because I want to know that you come from a good family. I don't want to, like, keep going on in this relationship, and then last thing I want is, like, oh, your parents are disapproved of it, or they don't like me, or I don't feel like I'm comfortable with your parents, and I get too attached into the relationship. So I was really keen on figuring that out, and I told her that, and she's like, yeah, come, welcome. And she told her parents about me. She already told her mom about me.
Yeah, also my mom already knew about this
but her dad didn't know.
Yeah.
So I pushed her to tell her dad, and she's like, she agreed with it because she knew that she really liked me.
Yeah, it was the right step. I definitely believed it was the right step as well.
So she ended up doing it, and I ended up meeting her parents, and alhamdulillah, everything went smooth.
I think another thing that people might wonder is, like, how did you have the courage to tell your parents, and how did I have the courage to tell my parents? Like, because I think a lot of people are at this stage where, like, I don't know if I should tell my parents, if they're gonna be okay with it.
The thing is, I was very confident because Jasmine was Muslim. She was Lebanese. For some reason, my parents found that very important, and culture is the same. And she's from Canada. Like, it was just significant. It was just
like an easy fit.
Yeah, perfect fit. Like, I was very confident telling my parents, and mind you, I was 26. Right?
So your parents were in the zone. Yeah. And they were like expecting it.
Yeah. So they were like, okay, ahla sahla, let's go ahead. And your parents probably found it because you were younger.
My parents were like my mom was super excited because she really liked him right off the bat from what I told her about him. She saw his picture, she's like, he's the one. And then my dad he was very happy that I met someone that, I was interested in, and he wanted to meet him for himself, so he was very welcoming. Yeah, so when I came in and I met their parents, I loved her dad. I'm friends with him now, and I met her mom, and like, she's cool. So I was very happy, and I knew she was coming from a good family, and that put you at ease.
Yeah, it just put me right away at ease.
That fit another step into
it was like, okay, you know what? This is serious. She is the one. Like, I know now she is the one. Not just from the parents, obviously. Like, there was more conversation going along.
But that completed it.
Yeah, that completed everything, and it made me. I ended up telling my parents, and my parents were like, okay, let's do a Fatiha, which is like a proposal from my parents to her parents, saying like, okay, these two are going to be together. So after the Fatiha, my parents came along. Their parents my family got along, and their family got along, and we continued seeing each other. She wanted to do the nikah like later on. I wanted to do like, usually people do it right away.
Yeah, I think a lot of people after the Fatiha, they do the nikah within like a month or two. Yeah. I wanted to wait like a year to get to know, because the nikah is essentially a marriage, right? In our culture, it's an engagement, but essentially Islamically, you're married. So I wanted to like do it like the typical way in my head, where you get to know a person for a year or two, and then you get engaged, like that kind of stuff.
And in my head, I'm like, okay, okay, bud. Like, I was like, yeah, that's good.
I remember we had this conversation a lot where like he kept saying like, well, why do you want to wait that long? Like, what is it gonna change? We already know each other. I'm just like, it's just the way I always thought.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's because like, I knew she was the one after Fatiha. Like when we did our Fatiha right away, I'm like, you know what? No, she's the one. Like, there's no chance in heck anyone's gonna ruin my relationship. Alhamdulillah, like, no way. Right? So
I mean, I knew he was the one too at that point, but I was so hung up on like the stereotypical definition of a relationship where you have to get to know a person for a certain amount of time, or else it's shameful that you got engaged in like 4 6 months or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you such in a hurry?
But like, you gotta take a leap of faith. Like,
Yeah, I
honestly,
definitely had
what
to
are you
do
gonna
that,
wait
yeah.
a year and then?
I knew
what?
enough. We both knew enough about each other to take the next step. Like if we had kept on talking for another year, we wouldn't have learned anything substantial enough to change our minds or to alter our feelings, I think. If you had to give someone advice that is watching this video on what to do to find the one or what kind of process they have to go through, what would you give them?
Be open-minded.
Okay.
If a relationship ended, don't be so like hung up about it. Trust me, it's meant to happen. I'm gonna say it for the fourth time. Nasib, nasib, nasib. Whatever is meant for you to happen will happen, no matter what you do. And that's something that like my parents went on about. That's something that everyone goes on about. I'm like, screw you guys. I don't want to hear that anymore. But like, it's true.
It's frustrating in the moment.
Oh my god, it's so frustrating. But it's true. And yeah, don't rush anything.
I also want to add one more point. Have your standards. Have your checkpoints.
Yeah.
Like, know what you want. Whether it's from watching other relationships happen in front of you, or if you are currently dating and seeing people or whatever it may be, know what you want. Okay? For me, I didn't date around. I watched other people date around, and I kind of knew like, okay, I don't want to end up in that kind of situation, so I'm going to avoid people like that. That's how I knew, but he had to kind of meet different people to understand.
That's just the way it happened to you. It won't happen to everybody.
Yeah. So just have your standards. If the person you're talking to, whether it's on text, call, seeing, or whatever, doesn't meet those important foundational standards. I'm not talking about, oh, he has to have green eyes or he has to have whatever. It's more like, I want him to pray 5 times a day. I want him to value religion. I want him to value family. Yeah. Those are important. Don't dismiss those.
Yeah,
those are red flags.
You gotta value someone's character.
Right, 100%.
You can't value someone's
physical, like, you know, all that stuff will come and go. It's important, but it will come and go. The more important stuff are the foundational values, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And you really have to talk to a person often in order to understand those. Like, I'm still learning things about Dawoud every single day.
Yeah.
It's not like he's changed as a person to me. He's still the exact same person that I fell in love with, but I just know him so much more than what I knew him before. And that's because I'm experiencing more with him. I think you did a really good job at explaining. This video will help a lot of people.
This is such a hard topic for me to explain, especially on camera. Very difficult. Jasmine knows everything because I already explained everything to her. But when it comes to like camera stuff, holy, this was tough for me.
I commend you for doing this video. You did a very good job at explaining everything. Again, guys, don't forget about entering our giveaway. We really want you guys to have a chance to win these amazing prizes.
Thank you for the 100K, and we'll see you in the next video. And obviously the outro's coming.
Bye!